recovery sites. Sites means your systems, your buildings, your working place. It will known as a sites. So recovery sites means where the disaster happened, then how to recover. Okay. So first site known as a hot site. Hot site will be considered as a failover in a second or a minute. Means when the failover happened again and again, known as a hot site. And warm side will happen the failover in hours, like 20 hours, 30 hours, 100 hours, 200 hours. So it is known as a failover, warm sites. And cold sites means very less chance of the failover and possibilities of the failover in a days. But there is a also another site, it is called cloud site. So what is the cloud site means? When we are transferring our risk to the cloud is known as a cloud site. What does this mean? This mean here, for the example, here is a one area which is going to be impact again and again with the earthquake, right? Again and again, like they every minutes, every day the earthquake was there, so they got damaged their hardware again and again. So what they will do, they will find out any data center which are exist in another location, and they will buy or rent the specific location and where they can stable their servers, so they can protect from this type of the disaster. Okay. So they transfer their responsibilities to the cloud provider again and again, fail over and protect from this. Okay. So these type of the recovery sites are available. If you have a building and you have the server and all the things, so there is a some things actually impacting on the servers or the systems. So what are the things which is going to impact on your system or the server? There is a heating, ventilation and air condition. And also you can this is known as a HVAC. So when you are going to be establish a data center, a server room, so it is necessary you will have all these facilities. So these facilities will help you to protect your infrastructure from any type of the disaster. Heating means if you maintain the heat, maintain the temperature, so there is a possibilities of the no disaster. There possibilities of protecting from the fire. And ventilation means whenever the heat exhaust by the servers, it will be go outside the room. Air condition is cooling and maintaining the temperature of the room. So this system is available in most of the organization in a data centers. This is the automatic system. Automatic system with the help of sensors. There is a sensors in the room. If the temperature go up from the 10 degree centigrade, then automatic the air condition will be start. Similar moisture detection, if the moisture is exist, because moisture will impact on the circuit, electric circuit. So whenever the moisture will be accessed, there is a heater will start and remove the moisture. So there is a some sensors are available which are going to be detect the temperature and the moisture. So it can be implement HVAC system in a office area as well as in a data centers or any equipment rooms. Like your networking devices are exist in a room, so there is a possibilities to protect them. The most one disaster is a fire. When your building caught the fire, so how you can suppress them, how you can protect from the fire. So there is a emergency procedure and the alarm. If there is a fire in the room, so alarm will be start or ringing, so all will be aware about this. And also there is a extinguisher uses as a portable means when you are going generally port from one location to another location. And a sprinkler system, in sprinkler system is used for suppress the fire. Okay, and in a last there is a one more thing which is going to be impact on the disaster. It is called power. If the power is spikes, surges, brownouts, blackouts again and again, so what will be happen? Your system will not work properly. So power management inside the building is very important. And power management has a specific unit which is called power distribution unit, which going to be provide the power to all the available devices and system. So this is the filter and stabilize the grid power. Stabilize grid power means providing a specific volt, specific ampere require as per the requirement of the devices, because all the some devices are working and running over the different voltage and different amperes, and other devices are running on the different voltage and ampere. So it is the work of the stabilize to go down and up. It is depend on requirement. And also there is a facility of the remote monitoring. You can monitor which device are using how much electricity or the light. Another is a battery backups, because when the light was not there or interrupted, so you will have a battery backup. But battery backup, like you can use the UPS. UPS means uninterruptible power supply. Whenever it will not interrupt the power supply for the 1 second, because your screen will not off when the UPS is running. So these UPS is based on the battery backup. They will continue provide the light or the current whenever the light will not exist. Okay. Another is a generator, because UPS is based on the battery. So battery is not helpful to provide the power supply for a long time. Is it possible? Of course not possible. So in this case there is a generators are exist in every organization. Whenever the power cut, the power supply UPS will be start. After that the generator will be automatic start, and either it will started by the human, then again they will current on main, they will start working over the main current. Okay. So generator is a replacement of the grid power when the fail of the grid, and must used with the UPS, because without UPS when the light will cut and when the generator will start, so in between there is a moderate downtime. Okay, MTD. So this time should not be exist. So removing this time period, downtime period, we can use the UPS. Okay. So another is one more important things when you are going to preparing yourself on the network device backup management. Network devices, their backup management. Network devices, already you know there is a network devices like switch, router, firewall, the IDS, IPS, these are the networking devices which is used. So it is necessary you will have to back up to the all the devices. For the example, there is a switch and you have done lots of the configuration and security features you have enabled and configured. But what happened if switch was failed? or the one, whatever the happened with the switch is not working. If switch will not work and switch is failed, so what will happen? All the configuration will be finished. You don't know what was the configuration was there. So what you will have to do, you will take a backup of this device. Whenever the switch will be failed, so you will buy a new switch and you can restore the backup and the previous configuration will be on new switch. Okay. So all the network appliances must have the configuration backup so you can restart. So there is a two type of the configuration inside a switch, router or other firewall or other network devices. One is a startup, another is a running configuration. When the system is start and you are going to make some changes, so these changes will be known as a running configuration. For the example, there is a switch, there is a one port, you have provided the IP address 192.168.1.1. You have provided the IP address for this port. Okay, so this will known as a running configuration because you have changed the IP address in a running state. Okay, so when your switch will be offline, means it will be shut down or by the failure of the light or anything, any reason. So in this case, the configuration what you have done and was in a running configuration will be removed. Okay. So if you have, there is a 10 ports and you have provided all the configuration to all the port and do other type of the configuration, when your switch will be offline, the configuration will be removed. Okay, so this is very headache task for the network administrator. So what the network administrator do, network and administrator copy the running configuration into the startup configuration, means save the configuration. Whenever the system will be restart, all the configuration which are exist in a startup will be load. Okay, and there is a other possibilities if there is a new types of the firmware updated, like right this time is running the version 10.01 and the newer version 10.02 is available, so you will have to upgrade this. Okay, and in any case upgrading there is a no working fine and not proper compatible, so you can do it rollback. So different version history, upgrade and the rollback, and you will have to maintain the backups of the configuration files, their states and other information whatever having inside the back, you will have to do the backing up every time. So we have discussed about the high availability, fault tolerance, redundancy, recovery sites, facility infrastructure support, power management and network device backup.